Well, this is what we originally were meant to be talking about before we got off track.
Got the time
about bad films that are, bad films that are bad, but they're also so bad that they're good.
Yeah.
What kind of films do we like that are bad?
It's a very special like part of a very special. You go back to the previous metaphor. A very small part of the cinema palette is a film that is so bad that it's good. It's I think the most unique thing about it is that it's not something you can, for me at least, it's not something you can make happen. I don't think you can make a good bad movie on purpose. I think all the truly good bad movies, the people making them wanted them to be good. Like, if you think about The Room, the attempt in that movie was not to make the most iconic good bad movie of all time. He was trying to make a good movie that he thought was good. Like, think about like the Sharknado franchise. They've kind of tried to rewrite their history on that a little bit, where they've they've said that although we were trying to make a good bad movie from the start, but like the first movie, I genuinely think they were trying to make a silly movie, but they were trying to make a good movie. And then it turned out to be like this popular good bad hit, and then like, oh no, we were always trying to be good bad. It's like, and the proof of that is that every film after Sharknado 1 is just appalling to watch, and it's so boring because they're trying to pull off this good bad thing.
Yeah.
I think
the
like actual term for it is para-cinema, when a film is like good bad. I think it's like, that's me trying to remember what I wrote in my dissertation like 10 years ago, like because I wrote about a little bit about like that kind of instance. And it's what do you guys have like good bad movies you always think of?
Trying to find it now.
One of my favorites is The Wicker Man, not the Christopher Lee one, because that is a classic. The one with Nicolas Cage.
Oh yeah.
Is
the perfect good bad movie. That is the perfect good bad movie.
It's hilarious. It's trying to be so serious and so scary, but it's hilarious. Like Nicolas Cage in a bear costume is just
beating up women,
class.
And
like punches a woman in the face while he's in a bear costume.
Like if you want to see a film where Nicolas Cage beats up some women, The Wicker Man is the movie for you. He is like
that. Yeah.
That's like.
I mean, that tracking shot where he like. Can you remember the tracking shot where he like it tracks him like running up and punching this woman in the face? They must have been laughing at that surely when they shot that, because I would have laughed my arse off if I was working on that set.
but again, like that Wicker Man movie is an attempt to make a serious Wicker Man remake. Like no one thought what they were doing was silly. Like they were like, no, this is like a serious thriller. Like you really can't make that happen, if you ask me. Like one of my favorite good bad movies is the Super Mario Brothers movie. Have you guys ever seen that? I mean, I would really, really seek that out. It is like, and then once you've watched it, read about them making it, because oh my god, like I think like 10 people almost died on set. Like Bob Hoskin almost died.
Wow.
Like it was just, again, that was an attempt to make this like gritty kind of like weirdy Super Mario Bros movie. Like, and they weren't trying to make this good bad movie. Like Bob Hoskins talked about in interviews, he talked about how the two directors were like really committed to what they were making was good. And like you just can't, you really can't fake it. Like there's like, I think the thing what happens with a good bad movie is like when you're watching it, so at least for me, the facade of the movie like slips away, where you understand you're just watching people. Like, you understand that you're watching. You're not watching Nicolas Cage's character in a bear suit punch this other woman character. You're watching Nicolas Cage, the actor, in a bear suit, walk up to this other actor and hit her in the face. Like, it's like you instead of relating to the characters, you start to relate to the performance in a weird, like, you kind of transcend the fourth wall in a certain way, where you just become so aware that you're watching a construct. Like, and for me, it's always when I'm watching them, I'm always like, because they were on set and a group of people saw the take that they did and went, yeah, that's fine. Like, we don't have to do another take of this. Like, and then some poor guy in the editing booth had to sit down and go, and maybe he was like, yeah, this is absolutely fine. I shouldn't ask them. We shouldn't see whether we should reshoot any of this. Everything that we've got is great. Like, it's a really, really interesting, like, for me, it's always a really interesting and very fun experience. Like, and good, bad movies really do come alive when you're sat with other people watching them as well.
Yeah.
Like when you can sit and watch a movie with your friends and just rip the living everyday lives out of it. Like, it's like, have you got a good, bad movie favorite, Jeff?
Ooh, there's so many to choose from, but mine tend to be more from late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah. Good period.
Yeah. It's about the time when like video VCRs, like, they were really, really popular and they were taking off. You just record on tape, because Super 8 or Super 16, that was relatively expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You get loads and loads just guff. Like from Germany, there are films called Violent Shit. Literally just called that.
Oh yeah, that was on the Video Nasties.
Was it?
That was on the Video Nasties list.
Just different ones where it's just people filming with like really, really poor like camera, just with really poor effects, but it was like, and someone, I even forget what it was supposed to be, like a slasher film, but it just didn't really have a backstory.
It's like basically dogma filmmaking at that point, isn't it? Because it's all like really cheap and it's just like using what you can essentially see around you.
Sort of, yeah.
I think, obviously, like with plot and editing and all that kind of thing, which dogma doesn't really abide by, but like the actual like filmmaking technique of just having this camera that we've got here.
Yeah. I think the fourth one, they had a bit more budget to it.
Right.
It became more of a same like slasher movie villain, but in like post-apocalyptic world where the women became more like Amazons, and to reproduce they kidnapped men and sucked out their sperm, or I don't know. That was
I'm sold. I'm sold, to be honest, Jeff.
There was another film, but I think the filmmakers of Violent Shit also made it, but I can't remember what it was actually called. But I really adored that. It was just this really. It was awful, but there was soul behind it. People making it just. They probably knew they weren't going to make the Godfather with it, but
they believed what they were making was going to be good.
They wanted to make it, which is brilliant.
Like I really do think that is the special thing about a good bad movie, is that the people making it like need to believe it's going to be good. Like that to me is always the key element in like, which like you get a lot of those like horror channel and sci-fi original movies which are trying to do good bad, and to me it always just kind of falls off flat. But like you can, like a film like Troll 2, or have you guys seen Troll 2?
bits.
I would recommend.
Yeah, the meme.
I would like
those memes.
Yeah, it is. I would recommend like when people can meet up again, having a viewing of Troll 2 with a group of people is fantastic. Like, because whilst those memes are great, that doesn't compare you. That doesn't prepare you for the context to which they come from. It's like the I remember the Not the Bees meme from that Wicker Man movie. And whilst that is great, that doesn't prepare you for just how great the rest of that movie is as well. Like, all that film is leading up to Not the Bees. There's two cuts of that movie as well, the Wicker Man one. And there's one where Nicolas Cage gets his legs broken and one where he doesn't. And it's a really horrible scene.
I do remember actually. Yeah.
They put his legs against a log and they smash him with a hammer. It's like the only bit of horror in the film that works. And it's like in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah.